welcome to another episode of Lily's Sizzling, folks. And tonight we're going to be making something different. We're not going to be making dinner. We're going to start off this new season, and we're actually going to be baking something tonight, which is unusual for me. Yes, I'm not really that much of a baker, but it's going to be Ariana's 4th birthday, and her birthday falls right around Halloween, so that's great because we're going to make some trick-or-treat cupcakes. Some of our cupcakes are going to be tricks and some are going to be treats, so we're going to see how this is going to play out. So we're going to be making some pumpkin cinnamon cupcakes. Basically, we're going to make these cupcakes and then put some cream cheese frosting on top and some cute decorations, which are going to be our tricks or our treats. So we're going to start off with our pumpkin. We're going to need 1 cup of cooked pumpkin, so either you can use a can or you can use some fresh pumpkin. So I prefer to use the fresh pumpkin. So we're going to get this guy chopped on up, and we're going to chop him in half and get him up onto the tray and bake him into the oven like we do with pumpkin pie or the pumpkin seeds and all those other episodes that you've seen me do with the pumpkins. So let's get started here, folks. I love the smell of the fresh pumpkin. It's like the best smell in the world. Fresh pumpkin. It smells like fall. It smells like Halloween. It smells like autumn. It's like, yes! It's like the best smell in the world. Bottle it, bottle it, bottle it up! Okay, so here we have our pumpkin, and it's cut open. And so we're going to take our pumpkin guts and stick them into a bowl. And if you want, you can save these little guys for seeds. There's not going to be a lot of seeds for this guy. We're just doing the one. So de-string him, de-seed him. You know, he's going to be stingy on giving me his guts, so it's going to take me a few minutes here scraping him out. There we go. Usually I wear gloves. We're just doing one, so I don't need to wear the gloves right now. If I was doing a whole truckload of these things, I would, because I'd cover them with a toe and welts, fortunately. That is my curse. I love pumpkins, but they don't love me.
Notice the specialized tool she is using.
A spoon. What's wrong with my spoon?
It's not a spoon, it's your
pumpkin gutter.
Pumpkin Gutter 3000.
Yes, it is. It's for sale on sizzletastic.com. $9.95. Donate to Lily's Sizzling today. For the cult. Alright, so we're going to de-gut this sucker. Keep de-gutting me. Look at all those seeds. Now, he actually did produce a plentiful amount of seeds, this little guy did. Surprisingly enough, he did. I like his seeds. Alright. And so, there we go. We got out his seeds. He is de-gutted. He is ready for some olive oil. And we're going to put some oil all over this guy. It doesn't burn or do anything funky. Drizzle them in olive oil, just like you would if you're making the pumpkin pie or pumpkin bread or whatever you're going to be making with the pumpkins. Drizzle it in olive oil. We're going to make pumpkin cupcakes. Kind of a neat rendition, almost kind of like a pumpkin bread. In fact, if you wanted to, you could even take some of these seeds and roast them up and put it right into your cupcakes so it has that little bit of a crunch to it. Put some pumpkin seeds in there. But we're not going to go that far because I don't think a toddler is going to especially appreciate a bunch of pumpkin seeds in her cupcakes. She might, but it's just kind of weird for a 4-year-old. Alright, so brush the tops of these guys, and here they are. They're nice and oiled and lubed. Pumpkin. Oh, it's so smooth. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Okay, so we're going to put this guy on into the oven at 375 or so, and we're going to let him bake for about 30 minutes to whatever he's done. And when he gets done, you're going to notice he's going to be nice and soft, stabbable with a fork. He's going to poke around through, kind of like how you're cooking a baked potato when you go, and it's done. So you're going to, and you know it's done, and we're going to scrape out his guts, and we're going to start making some cupcakes after it cools off a little bit, and get everything ready to go. We're getting all nice and floured and sugared up here, and get our sugar high on, and get our cupcakes ready to go for Ariana's birthday party, her Halloween birthday party, because she's born right near Halloween. Lucky girl, I love Halloween. I'm only cooking with the jacket on because it is freezing here tonight. It is so cold. I have like this little temperature thing on the refrigerator, and I guess it's like 58 degrees in here, and it just doesn't get warm, so this oven, all this is so welcoming in the warmth. So anyways, we're going to take a fork here and I'll show you what it's going to do. It is done. See, it stabs right through. It is done. so you can take and flip these little doodads on over. Watch out for the steam. And they're basically done. They're nice and soft in here. So in a few minutes when these guys cool off, I'm going to scrape off all this gooey goodness inside here. And we're going to put it into this bowl, and we're going to whip up about a good cup of it and puree it up so it can go inside of our cupcakes. So that's what we're going to do with this. You can also, if you have a baby, this is good baby food. You can puree it, put a little bit of cinnamon on it if your baby's a little bit older, like maybe about 9 months. Well, she's about 6 months now. So, yeah, so if you have a little bit of an older baby, you can kind of make a little bit of baby food. So, yeah, she watches me cook. Look at her looking at the pumpkin. She's like, yes, give it to me. Give it to me, Mama. Give me that pumpkin. She'd eat it as it is. I swear she would. She loves to watch me cook and eat everything. Alright, so we're going to, yes. So we're going to get everything here ready, and we're going to start working on our cupcakes next. Alright, so this is our pumpkin, guys and girls, and it's still warm here, but to save some time, go through here and kind of scrape off all this good gooey goodness here that's in the middle. And this stuff right here is what we're going to be using to make our pumpkin cupcakes with. Oh, it's going to be nice.
Baby is drooling.
I know, she is.
All down my arm.
So I'm going to take and just, after I got that one out, just dump it on in there. There we go. See? You can even scrape some more too when they cool off if you're really desperate for a lot of that good pumpkin. Look at all that pumpkin. And think on into the bowl you go. Get your pumpkin jacket off here. Put a little bit of butter on this stuff and some cinnamon, and you are good to go. Makes a really nice squash to have. So you're going to get all this stuff in here, and we're going to puree this stuff with a little bit of the blender here. Get it nice and pureed up. And when we do that anyways, we're going to measure out after we puree it about a good cup is what we're going to need for our cupcakes. So we're going to take a cup of this stuff, and then we'll start getting our cupcakes ready to go. So that's going to be the flour and the sugar and, you know, all that stuff. Baking powder, baking soda, you know. Alright, so let's get our pumpkin pureed up. Alright, so we're going to puree some of this stuff up. I'm going to add just a little bit of olive oil in here. I'm going to add in our pumpkin. There we go. Alright, so you're just going to hit the blender here on this stuff, and we're going to kind of smooth it on out instead of smushing it and dealing with it by hand. Why do that when we have blender technology? Alright, so we're going to blend this sucker on up. We're going to get it smoothed out a little bit, and that will be it.
Pumpkin smoothie.
Alright, so we have some mashed pumpkin. Yum. Almost looks like the consistency of baby food. It is. This is what you want, is some mashed pumpkin. Just like this. And I just pureed it for about a good minute in there. I hit the puree button, added some olive oil for the liquid. Of course, it's already kind of liquidy enough on its own. That just gives it that little extra kick that it needs. And so we're going to measure out about a cup of this stuff here. Of course, it makes more than that. The poor baby. You want the baby to try some? It's hot though right now. I don't know if she'll like it. But she can probably try a little bit if you turn her around. I have to cool it off though on the spoon, okay? Okay? Yeah, she's trying to eat the blender. She's going to eat the blender, folks. Okay. Okay. Let me cool it off here and I'll show you. I will give her some baby food. We will try it. And we'll try a little bit of pumpkin baby food. She'd love it. Okay.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Oh boy.
He's looking forward to this one.
Here we go.
Yum.
She's going to grab it before it even gets there.
Yum.
She like
Yum,
pureed
yum.
pumpkin? I didn't add the cinnamon to it. She's just too little for the spice. Well, let's see. Oh, she likes the Lily Sizzling. She says, "Sizzle-tastic, Mama." Look at her eat that.
Oh, all over the diamond ring.
All over diamond rings and all over her jackets and
All over her. I'm going to have to change my shirt. Cut.
Yeah.
Watch those hands.
She loves it. Here.
Watch the action hands.
Let's get a little bit more on there.
It's touching me.
Blow it off. I'm blowing it as quick as I can, as quick as I can. Oh.
Here we go. Yum yum.
Oh, she likes Mommy's pureed pumpkin. Alrighty, folks. This is a little pumpkin eater for sure. Alright. Well, cut after we get the stage cleaned up and the camera and the everyone.
15-minute break.
Yeah, I know. 15-minute break for Lila. Cut. Alright, folks. So we're going to start making the base for our cupcakes now. So we have our puree and it's nice and chilled and cold. So our base of it's going to be about 2 1/4 cups of flour. So we're going to add our flour on into here. Nice little Halloween themed mixing bowl. Add just a little pinch of salt in with this. Let's make some salt. And we're going to add in about a tablespoon of baking powder. So that's going to be equivalent is about 15 milliliters in American conversion, so about 3 of these. And then we're going to add in some baking soda. I'll pour this in a second. That's going to get messy. Let's do the cinnamon. This is my favorite part. I'm just going to sprinkle it with cinnamon. I'm going to say maybe about a good tablespoon there of cinnamon. And this is where you can get creative with it because you're going to make it taste how you want to your strength. A little pinch of nutmeg, a little pinch of ginger, and a little pinch of some cloves. So this is your basis for your spice that's going to go into your cupcakes here. So now I'm going to get the fine, fabulous job of shoving this big measuring spoon into this little hole. Sounds like quite the personal problem we're having today with the baking soda. Don't be dyslexic and mix up your baking soda and baking powder conversions. I do that all the time. This is why I'm not good at baking. Me and baking just do not go together. Okay, so we're going to stir this together.
Is that called Lily's Bacon?
Yeah, I know. For Lily's Sizzling, but we're going to give myself a challenge today. So we're going to stir this together in here and that's going to be, right there is your cake batter, and we're going to get the into another mixing bowl. We're going to cream together our sugar and our butter and all that stuff, and then we're going to pour this in here and make our cakes. I am still cold in here, so I'm still wearing my nice red sweater now. I was wearing a leather jacket, but I don't want to get it all ruined with the flour all over it and butter and all this. Baking gets messy. Look at this. I'm getting powder everywhere. Alright, so this time we're going to take just a little bit of sugar. We're going to do about 1 and close to 1/2 cups here of sugar. Let's keep going. And basically we're going to cream the sugar and the eggs. That's good enough. Sugar and butter and the eggs together. And about a good 1/2 cup of butter. So you can use butter in the cubes or the box, whatever you want to use your butter as. I don't know, I like the spread stuff myself. I haven't used a stick of butter in a long time. Let's see here. This is always tricky measuring butter. You just shove it down in there and measure the stuff. That looks like a good amount. There. Alright, so we have some butter in here and we have some sugar. And basically what we're going to do is called creaming this together. We're going to turn our beater on. And we're going to make it nice and fluffy. Then after this, we're going to add our egg. So see how it's going to be fluffy in there? Cream it on up. Any kid would get high if they ate that, I swear to God. It's a lot of butter and sugar. They say that sugar doesn't actually make kids hyperactive, but oh, the contrary. If you have children running around and you give them a bunch of sugar, they are for sure very hyper. Okay, so let's put in a couple eggs here, and then we're going to give this another good beat. Beat in your eggs. There we go. And this is where it starts to get tasting good in a few seconds here. We're add in our pumpkin here, which is nice and chilled. Let's put a bag over our bowl and voila! Redneck Tupperware 101. So we're going to add in about a good cup of this stuff here. Lila loved this stuff. Let's say about a good 3 spoonfuls should be enough here. A little pinch to grow on.
Don't be stingy.
I am not being stingy on the pumpkin. I think I added too much. There we go. Just for you, Rocks. Just for you here.
That's right.
We are really not stingy. We have a nice fire over there cracking behind us. You can hear that if it's translating on camera. It's cold in here. It's time to make some good baking. Alright. We're going to add this, and we're going to add in some vanilla extract right at the end. And I'll pull all this together. So we're going to take and add this all in. And we're going to beat this stuff on up together. And then add in some vanilla extract. You know me, I'm not stingy when it comes to the vanilla either in a few minutes.
Heck no.
There's this. Let me get my handy dandy spoon back. There we go, we'll buy it.
Multi-tool.
Usually I have Kate and Ariana over here helping me beat this stuff together. They like to take the spoon and... Making a cake batter isn't really hard. Look at that. It's more time consuming, but it's healthier than buying that stuff at the store where you can't even read all the ingredients in it. Who wants to eat that stuff, right, folks? Oh, some people do.
Not everybody has a really sizzling in their kitchen.
Yeah, I know.
You can if you watch the show.
Yeah, exactly. You can be a sizzler if you watch my show, and you can make this stuff.
Sizzling. Alright.
Alright, so we're going to just mix this rest of the stuff together by hand here and add in some vanilla extract in a few seconds. Oh, who wants to lick these things? This is always a privilege in the house. Who gets to lick and eat my cake batters. Fortunately, one of my little taste testers is sick, so can't be down here to help. Caden isn't on the show today. He's running a really high fever, so let's wish him well. Okay, so this is our cake batter here, and we're going to basically add in our vanilla extract and get this on up, ready to go. Alright folks, so here is the milk. We're going to add in about 3/4 cup of milk and cream this on in. And our vanilla extract. That's a good pinch or so in there. There we go. Good teaspoon or two. Alright, so this is our batter. Mix it all together. I might take the egg beater back out for it if I don't want to stir it in my hand. No, I won't be that lazy. Give it about 1 to 200 stirs. Beat the lumps out of it. Egg beat it again if you need to. It's actually not all that lumpy. This is very creamy. It smells delicious. All that cinnamon and the sugar and the nutmeg and the ginger and vanilla. Oh, there we go. Pumpkin mixed in with it. That looks really nice, folks. This is going to be a really good little birthday celebration for Ariana. We got her presents out on the table, waiting for her to wake up in a maybe hour or two. Alright, so there we have it. This is our batter. We are ready to go. We are going to get some cupcakes filled out here on our trays, and we're going to start putting this stuff in here, and we're going to bake it on up. I've got my batter here. I've never heard. It smells good enough though to do that with. I mean, I swear it smells really good. Okay, so we're going to put this stuff in here, like so. And this is great because you know where we're taking Ariana today? We're going to go to the pumpkin patch. She gets the little October birthday and stuff. So Princess gets pumpkin cupcakes in the pumpkin patch. And we went to the zoo earlier today. Oh, she loved it. She likes to go to the zoo and tell me about the walruses and elephants and all those crazy animals that she loves there. Her new nickname for her dad is a llama. She calls our poor cameraman a llama.
Not a llama.
You are a stubborn old spitting llama, Rox. I love that. She says, Daddy's a llama.
Not a llama.
So we're going to fill
It's
these
now I know
up.
what one is.
If y'all notice what I'm doing it about maybe half to 3/4 the way. You know, give or take just a good spoonful here, and gets all nice and messy all over everything. A little bit more for you guys. So I'm going to fill up these, and this is about a good enough amount to make 24. So if you need more cupcakes, then you need to double it. Double your recipe and just make 2 of these. So if you're having like a really huge Halloween or birthday party or cupcake party, these also serve very well all throughout the holiday season. They serve well for Thanksgiving. They serve well for Christmas time. You know, all these like nice fall and wintry type times when you have these pumpkins available to eat. So don't think that they're just for Halloween or just for one season only. But we are going to decorate these in a Halloween fashion. So we're going to finish up filling these guys up and put them into the oven. Of course, this is I'm going to use up all my camera time doing this. It's so slow. I should have like one of those machines that just comes by and squeezes them all into there.
Squirt, squirt, squirt.
Yep, squirt, squirt, squirt. There you go. The sound effect guy.
Yeah, I got a button for everything.
You do. If only you had a mute button in real life. I'm playing. What? Me? I'm not a mute button. I swear I'm not used to this cold though, so sorry if we're filming with a dang hoodie on. I feel so silly. I need to go buy some fashionable sweaters for the show.
People want boobs.
I know, they want boobs.
Skin.
Skin and boobs. I'm so sorry, I'm just cold tonight. I'm not going to sacrifice being cold to show a little bit of cleavage.
They also want shoes.
I don't like to cook in my shoes. Is that okay? Because my shoes are like 7 inches tall. My shoes that I cook in are seriously, I mean, they raise me up like this so I can actually reach the microwave and do things. But they hurt your feet. They just, ow! Yes, show my dirty floor, my shoe, and my milk cap that I actually dropped in the dang cat Quincy's.
Cat's waiting for his cupcake.
I know, he is waiting patiently for his cupcake.
Give me my cupcake, yo! Down. Maybe he's Mexican, I don't know what he is. We found him in Texas or Kansas or...
Kansas, yes, I found him in Kansas at a gas station. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning or something. And we're driving through Kansas and we need some gas, and Ariana gets out of the car and we see a bunch of kittens, and they're not fed, they're just wild running around out there, and there's Quincy, and she picks him up and brings him to the car, and he's just this little frail little thing, and I'm like, oh, I can't get rid of Quincy. I looked at rocks. It's like, oh, we're gonna have to take them with us. So we did. From our summer vacation trip, all the way from Kansas through Wyoming, he lived, and all the way to Washington, and
Mr.
now
Anderson's pea soup.
Now he is here. Yeah, he missed out on the pea soup place and all the nice restaurants. We kind of booked it after we got the cat, so we had to drive faster. Okay, so we're gonna put this on 375 now that we're done chit-chatting. 375 for maybe about 25-30 minutes or so. When they're done with the toothpick, we're gonna take a toothpick and if they're gooey, the toothpick will have goop on it. But if they're not gooey, then that means that they're done and they're ready to go and eat and frost. So then after they get pulled out, we're going to get our frosting up on them and decorate them. And we're going to make some little, some are going to have some little rings on them, some little treats, and some are going to have tricks, little spiders on them. So we're going to make spiders with our frosting and then ring decorations with the other ones. We're going to put some nice like fall sprinkles all over the top. They're going to be really pretty, folks. So let's get this on rolling here and let them bake on up. Alright folks, these things are done. Let's take a look here and see, there's no goop coming out of any of them. See how they're nice and clean? This is called a clean stab here with your toothpick. There ain't nothing on that toothpick. It is a clean toothpick. So these guys means that they are done and they are ready to eat. They are nice and warm and hot, and we're going to basically let these guys cool down here. We have a nice little cooling rack over here. You can see a little spider cooling rack. So we're going to put all these guys up here on the spider cooling rack. There we go. Ooh, hot. And we're going to get these guys ready to frost up here in a few minutes. I'm going to individually put them on like a little plate and probably frost them. Let's just let them cool up here. So that's a dozen. We're going to let this dozen cool, and these are the dozen that we're going to specially decorate for the show, and I'll give you the idea on that. And here's our frosting. Basically, I've whipped this up. This is just some cream cheese, some sugar, and confectioner's sugar and butter is basically your basis for this. And so we can add in a little bit more ingredients to it. Just a little bit of vanilla and a little hint of cinnamon to bring out those flavors that we're using already in these cupcakes. There we go. So this is going to be our frosting. We're just going to stir this together. No need for the egg beater anymore. Alright folks, so here's the main cupcake right here, and I made this really pretty for Ariana. It has a little floor on there. It's so cute, and it matches the little dots and the little hearts. It doesn't look Halloween-y at all. This is just basically her princess cupcake. So that's her princess cupcake that we've made. And now we're going to make some treats here. Put a little bit of your frosting up here. Just kind of spoon it around like so. It gets nice and messy all over your fingers. So let's get some of this nice frosting up on here. Rip off any excess. Put a paper towel on it. There it is. Yummy. Alright. So we can do a little bit of sprinkles there. Put a little bit of sprinkles here. I know you want some frosting. You're going to get some. And this one will make a little Hello Kitty ring poppy treat thing out of. We're basically just going to plant it in like so. Enough room where we can put some candles on these too. So here's another princessy cupcake. And we're going to get another cupcake out. I'll show an example of just one of each of these. And we'll get a nice still at the end. And of course, we'll go over the episode. Getting a little baked on little goober things like that, just toss them. I always hate those. Just because I'm sloppy at putting them in. So that's just my sloppy work right there. Coming out. Alright, and let's get this guy nice and frosted up. Oh. Nice little frosted guy. Let's see. These like little spooky ones. We'll just do some red on top. And then we'll get our little spooky little focus on it. There we go. So these are our treats, and now we're gonna lick off our frosting and work on our tricks. So our tricks are just gonna be a little bit more harder to do. Basically, you're gonna have to get a little bit more creative to make like a little spider face things on these. The idea is so that they're all cute, so let's do this, and let's see, a little bit of sprinklies on them. Can look kind of like a spider. Let's get some eyeballs on. There we go. And draw some legs. And how many legs does a spider have? Can we count?
12.
12? No. Kind of make the legs come off the side like this. Let's see. And we've got some legs. And then around the circle for the body. Look, it's a little spider. It's a little spider guy. Woo! See, did I do it right?
Yeah.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did it right. I made 8 legs. And see, they kind of come off the edges like this. That's kind of cute. Alright, so let's keep going with this. Let's make another spider here. We'll do this one with blue eyes. We're going to have 12 spiders and 12 treats. But there's only going to be 5 people at the party. Oh no. This one just a little bit of backdrop on it. There we go. Some blue eyes sticking up there. So let's get some legs coming off the side. 1, 2, 3. I gotta count them. 4,
7,
5. Don't do that.
9,
6,
13,
7,
4.
8 legs. And around. Little face. There you go. Little spiders. That's cute. She'll appreciate that. She likes the little spider things.
You just go outside our front door and collect some spiders. There's tons of them.
No, ew. Alright, so I'm just going to sit here and finish making up her little gooey tricks and treat cupcakes. And I'm going to show them to you when we all get done here. If we do all 12 of them, we'll of course run out of time for this episode. And I'm going to make this one nice and sprinkly. Ooh. Sugar high right here. And this one we'll put a little Hello Kitty ring on. So it's easy to do this bakery stuff at home, folks. If I can make it at home, you can make it at home. I'm not a good baker. So this is actually really shocking to me to see that with the right recipe, with the right tools and stuff, which is basically a spoon and a couple bowls and an egg beater, that you can make these neat little cupcakes like this and make some little tricks and treats for your little 4-year-old goblins who have Halloween or any time birthdays that they have them. You know, the spiders are cute. I'm going to be eating the spiders. We're going to put some candles on top of them and everything else. Alright folks, so I'm going to finish these on up. Alright folks, and here are our birthday cupcakes fit for our princess. And these fall cupcakes, which you can make for not just a birthday, you can make for Halloween, make for Thanksgiving, just a family dinner, even throughout Christmas time. They're really good. So that we made pumpkin spice cupcakes, if you remember here. We took that pumpkin, we put him into the oven there, and we sliced him in half, got all the scoop, put him in the oven with the olive oil. We let him get nice and soft like potatoes so we could stab him when he's basically done. We baked him in there. And we took out his guts and put them into like a little bowl, and we pureed that inside a blender with a little bit more olive oil, maybe like a good tablespoon or two to help give it a little bit of liquid. And so we pureed that up. Lila, of course, ate some of our pumpkin puree. She loved it. So we pureed up our pumpkin, and then we let that cool. We put that into the refrigerator, covered it up, let it cool for about a couple hours. And so after it was done cooling, we started working on our batter, which we used the flour, and we used the baking powder, the baking soda, and then all the spices that went in here. We went the ground cinnamon, the ground cloves, the ground ginger, the ground nutmeg, and so all those nice fall spices we put in there with that pumpkin, and then we took our butter and sugar in another bowl, and we basically creamed that with our eggs, and then we added that into the bowl, mixed it around, and we put some vanilla extract and some milk in there, so you can remember all the measurements by going through the video and taking a look at those. And so basically once it was done, we had our cupcake batter, and our cupcake batter was ready, and it was delicious too. You couldn't stop licking the spoon. And so we put our cupcake batter into these like little cupcake things, and we let them bake all up until the sticks came out clean, and then we decorated them on up with tricks and treats. We have little spider things, and we have little rings and little Halloween faces on our lollipops, and number 4 right there. We really made some really gorgeous cupcakes fit for a little princess. So she's going to love these when she gets her birthday party later on today. These are going to be really cute. They're to die for. You don't find anything like this at the bakery, all homemade and rustic and cool looking and stuff like this. So definitely, if you want to make something for your princess, try doing it at home maybe. Also, like I said, good for other things like parties and get-togethers. So don't forget our frosting too that we did. So we made our cream cheese frosting and stuff, and all that's on there too. So that was really delicious, and these cupcakes are going to be a hit. They're going to be beautiful and great, and she's just going to have a good time with them. So I hope you like another episode of Lily's Sizzling, kicking off for this fall 2013 season. So make sure you watch us on youtube.com/therocksheart, youtube.com/Lily's Sizzling. Yes. Follow the line wherever it's at. It's on my nose, it's on my eyes, I don't know where the line's at. Yes, I'll try to input it in there. See, now you've made my job harder, so I've got to go back there and edit it on their rocks. You can also watch us at sizzletastic.com. Don't forget your Sizzletastic gear and your Don't Be Stingy panties. And so I hope you like this episode. Have a great day, and bon appetit with your cupcakes that you're going to make. And we'll be seeing you again real soon. Thank you. 1 and a 2 and a 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ariana. Happy birthday to you. Many, many, many more.
Okay, go.
Blow them. Blow your candles. Oh, get it. Oh, good job, Nana.